Okay, sorry, it took me a minute there. It gets stuck, you know, and the weather gets cold at night. Anyway, welcome to the Chateau de cpop. And it's the door opens up and you enter this chamber. Like, for you aside, you see from an exterior that is like stone, painted, wood reinforced, but it is like it very much befits the rest of the surrounding architecture of the Silver Town's Reach. It is modest, but also has elements of its, roof and gilded edges and beautiful bits of ivy that are covered towards the sides that kind of, curl down the outer rim of the building. He opens the door, and the interior is wall-to-wall shades of worked and stained wood. The facets of the interior that aren't made signature like decorations have been retrofitted to match the tone and themes. It feels like the most polished cabin interior ever, with cabinets after cabinets after cabinets that are filled with all manner of knickknacks and sculptures and toys and all of these incredible. There are 17 chairs you can see that have no place to be where they are, but they're in there like kind of clustered in corners lining each other, like all the walls are just lined with chairs. Tables, there are pitchers, there are like cups, and you can see it is kind of a veritable tiny museum. And as you begin to look at these wonderful things in play, and you're like, oh, there's more beyond this room, and you realize like his house is built into the side of the thing. There's a room behind it that opens up into a full display chamber with labels. You can see like where they were acquired, what year. You can see there are extensive. Extensive work has gone into cleaning, caring, and setting as much information that existed about each of these pieces. They are labeled with estimations of their creation, with a year range of where it's believed they may have been crafted, along with like a few little letters next to it. You are uncertain what that sort of coding means in his cataloging process.
What's this coding mean?
That's how I can make sure that I ascertain at what point it was both purchased by me and represents the general like quarter century in which the C-poppers have relegated the possibility of his creation by trying to cross-reference it with the different periods of artistic inspiration.
Damn.
Whoa, I have the same Pegasus. Look at that.
It's the Wayland decimal system.
The Wayland decimal system.
When did you become a C-popper, Wayland?
Whoa.
Oh, like all of us C-poppers, we like before we truly came to realize who and what we were and found our community. There's the beginning, where we find our first piece. I was quite young, just maybe a custodial acolyte here in the temple, and. There was this traveling merchant who was bringing knickknacks and keepsakes from afar, come across the sea, and amongst their collection, nothing really of interest except for one. And you see his eyes kind of go wide and have a 1,000-yard stare as he darts past and around to this massive iron safe and just goes, pulls another key, and like, turns them both at the same time.
This is the room you're gonna die.
It opens.
I whisper, I put in your head.
I'm okay with that.
And he pulls out this tiny wooden egg. What's special about this egg?
Oh boy.
Chetney?
That's from my Oblivion edition. If you twist it a certain way, it reveals that which is most precious.
Yeah.
Show them.
finish your sentences.
And he presses the sides of it and the tops, and then kind of twists them in a way where you watch this like solid egg, the wood kind of lattices outward.
Whoa.
And kind of turns, and as it does, you can see there's a small platform hidden inside, and on it is this tiny little pearl, this shined pearl.
That's pretty cool, man.
So it's a safe within a safe.
That's really amazing.
They're very rare.
Yeah.
How much
many
would
of
something
those
like
did
that
you make?
for? Go.
By our account, there's only 4 of these that exist in Exandria, 3 that remain undamaged. I'm sorry. This one is pristine.
Is that how many you made? Did you make any more?
There is another.
Really?
The 5th. I carry it.
He puts his back in his safe. And he immediately starts writing down.
That's also a safe within a safe.
Waylon, do you live here, or this is strictly just a museum for cpop?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my home.
Do you charge admission?
Not for you, by any means.
But for others?
Of course. Look at some of these pieces. I mean, this chair is from my tallow collection. My Take a Load Off collection. It's absolutely pristine. You've cared for it beyond comprehension.
Writing everything you're saying down, and he's like, tallow collection, is that the third age?
It is.
The third inspiration?
Tallow.
Okay, tallow collection. We've had, it's all been interpreted from our side, and we have kind of our little code language about which each era represents, but like, if I could just pick your brain.
Of course.
Literally?
No, I mean, just an evening. I'm sure he has questions.
Oh!
I mean, after all, a master craftsman is nothing without an apprentice every once in a while.
Oh my god.
He faints. Oh no! That's so.
He knocked a couple things off the shelf, and I reached out and picked one up. You have one of. Oh, this is from my sensual collection. I hope this isn't used. It's just curved.
It's like, I thought that was an incense holder.
Sure.
I had no idea that. I had no idea
no
that
rules.
This sort of thing was like actually a.
Oh God!
We cool.
Wait, do you remember the name of the merchant that you met?
Oh, I
Or
don't.
It's just.
It just out of the rest of the riffraff and noise, this piece found me, and he only charged me 5 gold, but I know it's worth so much more,
What
and
was the
it
first
is.
piece?
How much is it worth?
Well, I mean, we're still kind of calculating from a worldwide collector's degree based on, continuous stages of auctioneering and trade. But this today sits somewhere easily within the 80 to 150 gold range, depending on the interest. I say that because that's the offers that I'm getting, but I will never sell it. And he puts it gently back in the safe and closes it.
You have to make this fellow a custom piece.
You might be the greatest woodworker of all time.
Is this like a buyer's guide that you publish? Just like things like that? Do you have a copy?
Well, it's more of a zine, but it's
Market trends?
I have a friend who has a printer in the south side of Vasselheim, and we go ahead and do distributions quarterly.
Do you have like meetups, like a place?
We've
where-
only had a couple. It's a long distance for a lot of people, so we kind of have like regional meetups.
Like a pop conference?
like a
Popcorn. Let's write that down.
800 gold. Not in my wildest dreams. 800 gold. Finally getting the recognition it deserves.
Oh, you don't even know what I paid for that table.
Yes, I do. I must know.
Well, I mean, the the mahogany that keeps all as you know, there are 5 different trees inlaid throughout its start. It is a masterpiece of craftsmanship. That I mean, I wasn't the only bidder, but I did win out at a solid 800 gold.
He wasn't the only bidder.
With all these pieces, they're amazing, but are there any fakes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me look.
You'd know, right, Chet?
Make a perception check.
They're all my children.
Good call.
With advantage, because this is my fucking way.
Yes, I would actually. No, if there was, no, you're
8.
8.
You got tears in your eyes.
This is 400 years.
Yeah, no, and it's true. You have the most discerning eye for your craftsmanship on any other day, but in this moment, the emotion clouds you, and in a glance, all of this has to be. All of it has to be the genuine deal.
It's like looking in a mirror. I see myself at 22, 222, 301. This is beautiful.
Oh, you just shaved off 21 years. It was an odd jump.
Sanded it off, one would say.
Oh,